This is Melissa Armstrong reporting to you live on location from my home. Anyway, this is not an injury. I am supporting Target, which is who I chose to do my report on. I chose them because I do most of my shopping there. I really like the store. Their marketing brand promise, expect more, pay less. Sorry, I didn't have a presentation or slides. I'm not able to do it that way, so here we go. Anyway, that slogan really has worked on me. I feel like I am getting a better product for a fair price. For me, though, it seems that whenever I find something I like, it goes away. For that reason alone, I have an interest in Target's staying power. I kind of also thought it would be interesting to see how much the security breach last holiday season affected them. Target did disclose on December 19th that a data breach compromised 40 million credit and debit card account holders between November 27th and December 15th. Then on January 10th, hackers also stole personal information, including names, phone numbers, email addresses, and just home addresses of more than 70 million customers. So Target sales, profit, and stock prices have dropped since the breach. In my research, I also learned that the breach was not the only hurdle that they have to recover from. In its first international expansion, Target opened 124 stores and 3 distribution centers in Canada last year, losing nearly $1 billion as sales fell far short of expectations. Target sales have been recovering as times passed. You know, we're into November now, but it expects business to be muted for some time. There are more than 80 action suits that have been filed in courts in many states, and it's said that there are potentially more to be filed. Target was not in compliance with security industry standards, and it said it's likely that such disputes will lead to settlements. So, needless to say, there are unknowns in regards to how much Target could stand to lose. For this reason, it's imperative that they consider all possibilities moving forward. We're going to start at looking at what Target represents. There is a lot in the history, so I'm just going to highlight some of the major pivotal events, what I feel, I guess best sums that up. In 1881, I'm not going to go all the way there, but anyway, native New Yorker George D. Dayton, a banker and real estate investor who makes a lot of money, okay, that was free, Michelle, anyway, decides to explore the growing Midwest markets. In 1902, Dayton decides that Minneapolis offers a larger opportunity for growth. So from there, he started Dayton Dried Goods Corporation, or company, today known as the Target Corporation. Dayton's personal principles shaped the new store. He believed in the higher ground of stewardship. In 1918, George Dayton creates the Dayton Foundation with a $1 million endowment. His intention was to aid in promoting the welfare of mankind anywhere in the world. So his convictions prompted his stance on giving. George said that success is making ourselves useful in the world, valuable to society, helping and lifting in the level of humanity, so conducting ourselves that when we go the world, we'll be somewhat better off our having lived the brief span of our lives. In 1946, the Dayton Company establishes protocol stating that it will donate 5% of pre-tax profits back to the community. This tells me that the initial visions of George Dayton are still very much a part of this company. Target gives their time, talent, and business strengths to make their community strong, healthy, and safe. Target still gives 5% of their income regardless of the economic climate. On May 9, 1961, the store's new president, Douglas J. Dayton, capitalizes on the established strengths of Dayton Dried Goods Company and decides to open a new store. He says that it will combine the best of the fashion world with the best of the discount world. A quality store with quality merchandise at discount prices, in essence a discount supermarket. Store comfort was also important to him, thus enhancing the whole experience. He said that he wanted shopping to be fun, delightful, and welcoming for the entire family. So today, Target remains committed to providing a one-stop shopping experience for guests by delivering differentiated merchandise and outstanding value with Expect More, Pay Less brand promise. Target is the second largest general merchandiser in the United States, Walmart being the largest. Just a few quick facts. There are 1,801 stores in the United States, 133 stores in Canada, 37 distribution stores in the United States, and 3 distribution stores in Canada, and 366,000 team members worldwide, and then online business at Target.com. Target's mission is to make Target your preferred shopping destination in all channels by delivering outstanding value, continuous innovation, and exceptional guest experience by consistently fulfilling our Expect More, Pay Less brand promise. Words are just the beginning. Their mission and values do work together to foster the connections and conversations both inside and outside our doors, or their doors. I definitely feel that they are in line, ongoing. So let's talk about the hardships Target's facing right now, first being the nightmare before Christmas. The theft of the 40 billion credit and debit cards from Target wasn't the most damaging data breach ever, but coming right before Christmas, it did get our attention. Just some food for thought, though. Target was just one of about 600 publicly disclosed data breaches in 2013. There were some concerns as to why Target took so long to report the breach, though. The data breach stems back to November 27th, which was 2 days before Black Friday, and we, the victims, didn't hear about it until 3 weeks later. Although it's unclear about when Target learned about the breach, there are varying laws that can make it difficult for larger retailers with locations in pretty much every state to be compliant. Every state has different requirements of what kind of breaches must be reported, which state agencies must be notified, and which steps should be taken. Just a rundown, breach-related expenses could include payments associated with claims by the payment card networks for alleged counterfeit fraud losses, card reissuance costs, and additional legal expenses, which could include governmental investigations and enforcement proceedings. Target same-store sales have either declined or failed to show growth in the past 6 quarters. Customer traffic has fallen for 9, sorry, my cat, 9 straight quarters, but is now showing signs of recovery. The Chief Financial Officer, John Mulligan, said that trust and confidence are returning to Target, though, adding that discounting was a contributing factor. You know, Target did answer its customers by offering free credit monitoring services, and then this letter of apology, I'll just briefly state a few of the teary moments. So, we take this crime seriously. It was a crime against Target, our team members, and most importantly, our guests. We're in this together, and in that spirit, we are extending a 10% discount, the same amount our team members receive, to guests who shop in U.S. stores on December 21st and 22nd. Again, we recognize this issue has been confusing and disruptive during an already busy holiday season. We want to emphasize that the issue has been addressed and let guests know that they can shop with confidence at their local Target stores. You know, I just want to share with you that I was potentially affected by this breach, and I forgave them, at least for 2 days. Okay, so we are rapidly approaching the holiday season, and time will tell. I think that there is some truth to the claims that the CFO made regarding Target's customers. Competitors could definitely, though, use this as a strategic opportunity to remind consumers and maybe put a little more doubt out there as they head into the holiday shopping season. So now let's talk about Canada. In its first international expansion, Target did open the 124 stores with 3 distribution centers last year. Target's arrival, though, was highly anticipated and was met with great enthusiasm. It wouldn't take long, however, for customers to lose their excitement. The Canadians were expecting the Target that they would come over here for. Unfortunately, many of the stylish, exclusive brands did not come north. This, along with the fact that inventory was scarce and that the prices were higher than the United States stores, certainly was not the start that Target anticipated. Target does look like it will have invested $6 billion in capital expenditures and after-tax losses in Canada by the end of this fiscal year. To be able to turn things around for Target to be profitable in Canada would be a major effort that would take some time to fix. A turnabout would require fixing the supply chain and stocking issues, investing in price, merchandise selection, as well as repairing the company's reputation in the eyes of the Canadian consumer, which, might be the hardest thing to do. Knowing that there would need to be such an overhaul is the catalyst for looking at why Target would even want to do that. I think a legitimate question would be, should Target cut its losses and just leave Canada? If Target does exit Canada in 2015, it's estimated that it will incur $3.5 billion in charges, but generate $1 billion in cash proceeds. It's estimated that Target would see a nearly 10% decline in equity and the largest decline in free cash flow since 2007. So that's a risk worth considering, in my opinion. It may be more lucrative if Target cuts its losses and devotes 100% of its resources to the United States, which compromises 97% of the company's current sales. Obviously, the United States would be the heavy at this point, and it's possible that percentage could be more favorable for Canada in time, though. Another alternative is to completely miss out on the possibility of success would be to close the stores that are just performing the poorest of the ones that they did open. It seems to me that perhaps not enough foresight went into Target's attempt at globalization. Hindsight is 20/20. I do think that moving forward, Target needs to look at maybe Walmart and look at their mistakes. I also think that they did not need to start so big. Perhaps they could have started with a few stores and maybe only one distribution center and grow from there. I think the vigor in which Target went into Canada made them blind to the details that they should have been testing. I'm politely saying that they played the biggest hand in their own failure to launch, just like Mattel. Kim. Anyway, I've identified a good number of these in the course of my discussion, but there are some, though, that I didn't cover just due to time, and but they do deserve mention for the sake of analysis. That is the SWOT analysis. For strengths, they do have a number of subsidiaries, huge market share in the United States, a large number of stores, variety of products. Target Corporation has different store options depending upon community needs, like they have superstores and then urban stores, which are smaller, curtailed, to the populace. Target stores are more attractive than Walmart stores. Yeah, that's true. Target is environmentally friendly. Target donates huge amounts of profits to a variety of different programs. Okay, so for weaknesses, Target's price point is potentially more expensive than Walmart's. However, in a recent study, they did comparison and then they applied the Target's Red Card, a 5% savings if you hold their debit card or credit card. And that actually showed that doesn't always hold true. So that is something to consider, but not everybody does have that. But anyway, there is also limited visibility in the international markets, which, as we just heard, may not be such a bad thing. There's no music in the stores, Jack. Get on that. There's pending lawsuits, and it's an easy target because of their recent troubles. So as far as opportunities go, increasing their brand awareness, they do have, I think it's called Market Pantry, different things like that. They could certainly enhance that. They can increase or regain their market share that they've lost or have left stagnant due to recent events. Increase and regain customer loyalty, again, recent. Canada is an opportunity if they choose to go that route. And if they can get that right, possibly other untapped international markets. And then finally, acquisitions and or mergers. And then finally, for threats, the fierce competition. Walmart definitely is the biggest threat. Then there's other less fierce competition. Kmart, Dollar Store. There's many options for shopping. Then there's also just e-commerce, Amazon being probably the largest. Then just the economy itself, and then Canada as well. If they do continue to pursue Canada and lose, that could potentially jeopardize, their bottom line. So in closing, I want to go back to the beginning. Target stores became the success that they are today by not competing in the status quo. In May 1962, when the first Target store opened its doors, competing in the status quo meant figuring out how to be better department stores or be the better discount store. The founder of Target chose neither and chose both, putting an end to the status quo. So now, 50 years later, Target continues to own that third choice. This is demonstrated in their well-aligned strategy, embedded throughout all aspects of their execution. Emotional dimension, wit, humor, and popular culture are all used in their advertising, showing Target as slightly smarter and slightly more stylish. This is reinforced by their positioning statement, expect more, pay less, delivered in their merchandising of upmarket style and design at discount pricing, and supported by their house brands of private label and exclusive deals with designers. In essence, Target wants to be a better version of Target. So thank you all very much. Sorry I couldn't be in the last class together. Just so you know, you all mean so much to me. Does that sound scripted? Anyway, best of luck of you on your journey, and any questions?